Yo, good morning. How we doing? All right, open in VWAP. Maybe we push out of it. We're close to some nice stuff though. Got that prior high before the dump at 566 or so, 560 with all-time highs at 26,870. Holy. That was the most glitchy my Sierra chart's ever been. Oh, yeah. Well, we slapped it a little bit. Yesterday ended up being another little push. I got tagged in something that was like, Matt, you missed a good day to miss because it was a VWAP chop, I guess, all morning. Maybe a run in the afternoon. I have no idea. I didn't open my computer once. It was my daughter's 3rd birthday. We went to some indoor playgrounds. Took her out to lunch. Had some cake. Listen to the new John. She requested actually to listen to the new John Summit album, so listen to that as well. Successful birthday. Now I've got another one. My youngest turns 1 in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. My youngest one turns 1, and then 3 weeks after that, my oldest turns 5. Then we're out of birthdays for a little bit. All my kids are stacked up. Yesterday's close. Gonna play some kind of our golf real quick. Par 33, goodness. I think I could probably bank this off the wall. This seems like the sucker's play, but I'm gonna try it. That had a lot more juice coming out than I thought it would. Bro, why is this shot the one that gets me? I think I have to do this. Wait, what the heck? What is this? Am I glitched out here? What is that nonsense? What is happening? A perfect start into some shenanigans. Dude, how is that? How did I do it the first time? There we go. Dude, this game is glitching. You can, like, there's no sound. Bro. I'm getting mad. Such a good start. That's all it took? Such a hot start on that too. Oh well. Hey man, I passed my first ever eval. Cheers, bro. Nice, well done. Cheers. China, I uploaded a monster video yesterday, 53 minutes long. I understand it's long, but it's every single trade that it took for me to pass the evals. There was some very bad trades in there and some very fun trades in there. But you can see what it takes to get through an eval sometimes, so. Even hit the DLL on there. Bounce back. So I think it's, I personally think there's value in there and being able to see what it takes, but I understand it's a long video. My trade copier's on, the utils is not working. I logged in, it wasn't working, but I checked, it's on. My Sierra chart was glitching though also, so I think there might be something I need to update or something, I don't know. I forgot to talk about news, chat. We've got nothing during the session. Don't really have anything the rest of this week. Might be either a slow grind to the all-time highs or we're pretty choppy. We didn't do a party yesterday. We're gonna do a party this weekend. Yesterday was just a fam hangout. Got a bike ride in this morning. It's unfortunate. My youngest woke up at 4. She doesn't really ever wake up in the middle of the night. She woke up at 4, freaking out. And my alarm went off at 5. So I've really been up since 4, which was a little much. But average 155 watts for an hour. Pretty solid. It was basically like warm up, which always kills my average wattage stuff, to be honest. And then 10 minutes at 175, 8 minutes at 175, with a 2-minute 125 rest. So it's 10, 8, 6, 6 with 2 minutes in between, all at 175 and 125. It was a fun workout. I like sustained wattage like that, as opposed to doing like all the cadence spins and stuff, which I know I need to do both, but I like the just sustained wattage. That was a nice slap into the overnight lows. Pretty quick 30 points. Still got a little block down there. 100 contracts at 42 and a quarter. Feels a little heavy. I don't really feel one way or the other about price action right now. I think it's a little choppy, so I'm just gonna wait it out. This is some crazy work.
Let's fucking go.
The cigarette catch is impressive, honestly. Nothing like some memes that hit nice when you're chopping, you know?
Hold on now. Hold on now. Oh shit. Wait. Oh my fucking god. Bro, this fucking edge your TP. Look! No, I did not, bro. Fuck.
Dead ass?
Look!
It's still gonna hit. It's just retesting. There's no fucking shot.
We've all been there. There's no consistency rule in the evals alpha. We've all been there. Dude, I wasn't on anything yesterday. I'm just getting caught up. What is, never mind. I'm not gonna get too political. Saw something about the New York mayor. New taxes situation going on. What is this?
What's that? Are you dumb? What's wrong with you? What the fuck is this? Double on 19. One card. 28.
All right, still chopping, chat. Nothing to do for me. All right, we're gonna sweep the lows. Going for that 100 block, maybe? At 42. Seems like we have some sellers. Excuse me. A sweep of the overnight lows, kick back above. I'd probably get long. Or I probably will get long, I guess I better say that. But I want to see it. I want to see a dirty sweep and push. We're like 10 points away. Okay. There's the 42 block. Slap into 20, I think would be interesting. Yeah, we got a little bit of juice below. I'm gonna hold that off. We got, there's small blocks. They're like 50s, but when there's nothing else on the board, it's still above average. There's 20. Looks maybe good through yesterday's value area high, maybe. See what happens at 300. Sweep the 05, see what happens at 300. Delta trying to give us a little divergence, maybe. I'm down to try 300 psych level here. I'm gonna go and move that break even. Since it is a little bit of a fade on a massive candle. But just in case, I mean, we end up pushing, right? It's like looking at that prior low would be pretty juicy if we got some serious legs, but I get stopped out break even. 2 ticks. Which is absolutely fine because, I mean, look at this candle. This candle is looking at 90 points, almost 100 points. Like, I'm catching a absolute fade. I'm moving that break even very fast. Only reason I bought it is because it's 300 psych level. Cleared out a lot of liquidity, and we lost a lot of the selling pressure on this last move, last 25 points, right? Delta wasn't moving as much, which is the only reason why I'm even trying to take that stab. And I'm absolutely moving that break even very quickly because continuation is a real thing when you're slapping a 100-point candle. Yesterday's value area high, 60, looking like the next very interesting spot. But again, still got liquidity lower, really, so... Shockingly aggressive candle, given my opinion, given the last couple days. Another little 20-point flush with Delta holding up, I'd be down for a 60 try. I would think it would be fine at 82, but I think with this big of a candle, you kind of expect it to go sideways or flush it a little more. No all-time highs. Bro, we're down 0.2%. Take a breath. Well, 80 to 20 rotation, just about 40 points off the lows. $50 points off the lows. Now the question is, are we going to trade the untested wick? Overnight lows, 45? Or do we snap that and go back into the range, right? That would be crazy. But it makes sense, right? It makes sense. A retest of the overnight lows after a pretty nice candle and then make the dip or move back into liquidity low or yesterday's value area high. Because if we don't reject this and we go back up, honestly, right around this stop, in my opinion, then we're just going to consolidate the range again, VWAP, and maybe higher. But if we don't get back into this range, I would like to think that we probably rotate 260. Or we're just going to do it right now and we're going to reject 320. Nice, D-Trades. How'd you play? Okay, we got top of the hour here. I'm still pretty interested in the overnight lows. Oh, chat, if you haven't, make sure you press the thumbs up button down below. Maybe we test 80s. Got volume at 88. Maybe we trade that and then bid it up. This does not feel doable right now. Bottom of the little range here. 90. I like the volume play more than this, but I might just miss the fill, to be honest. We'll see. It's 12 points of risk. I don't like a sweep of the lows. I know that, so playing off volume is what I liked, but it appears we just want to double bottom the little micro range. I mean, we flipped 25. Probably does make that push into overnight lows. I'll still be watching that if we do it, but as of right now, it feels a little bit more likely to sweep it a little bit heavier. The question is, if we do sweep it, do we actually stop at volume or not? Yeah, we might have some buyers trying to step in. I don't know, man. I'm a little uncertain. I'm going to take it off. It doesn't feel super clean. Hard to look at the charts with the mullet winking at me. This is my first bike ride with the mullet, and I almost made a Instagram story about me being more aero as a joke because I'm on an indoor trainer, and I decided against it. It was too cringy. I'm not that guy. I'm not that fitness bro guy, but I wanted to. I thought about it. Not worth getting roasted by peeps? No one would roast me. Other than you, and that's okay. Everybody else would just click right. They'd just fast forward it. But it's a funny bit. Not gonna lie, it's a funny bit to be more aero while on an indoor trainer. See if we get the fill or not, I guess. Candle's closing in 10 seconds. I think I'm still okay with it. My only concern is that we potentially push 62. Got like no orders on the books. Books are thin. Looking at the overnight lows, the untested wick, the -1 standard deviation. That's kind of all the -1 standard deviation, the overnight lows, the untested wick at the overnight lows. Kind of all the things I'm looking at. We do have a little bit of positive delta, so that would be the one thing going against the confluence of everything else, but down to try it. Got 4 points away or something. Oh, yeah, it's 15-minute opening range low too. I just got filled short. Now the question is, do I just get instant stopped out or not, right? Because that rotation to 62, it's a little cluster with the wick, I think is fairly interesting, but I'm not willing to give it the extra 7 points there. This is a interesting enough entry for me to try it for 11 points, but not down to give it the extra 7. Yeah, buyer's still looking good. Currently. So far in the day, we've been pushing lower, but short term, last 15 minutes, we've been pushing up. So, trying to go with the general theme of the day here on the short side. But buyers, short-term buyers look very good. I should probably get stopped out. I think I will get stopped out. A better way to say that. Gonna get stopped right here. There's a stop out. Swept on the stop too. There's that 62 spot. I ended up taking my stop at 58. Like, I tried to have it at, I think I had it at 55. Got stopped for an extra like 3 points or something. Middle of the range here. Still no sellers. The 62 spot. This was my concern, was the 63. 62, 63, whatever I kept saying. That was my concern. I thought that we would have a little bigger response at the spot I got in at. And even if I did give it 7 points into 63 or whatever, I still would have gotten stopped out because we ended up sweeping it just a hair. I needed my entry there, which I didn't feel as confident about because we get back into that 63 spot, like we could get absorption back into that range pretty quick. Iran's planned Hormuz toll to be paid via Iranian banks. Little retest of 63. It's just like we still have buyers. I don't know. Matt, you need to be a little bit more aggro. You've been hesitant lately, bud. Where were you yesterday? My daughter's birthday. Thoughts on the 25k PDT rule being removed? People get wrecked whether it's there or not. I don't really care one way or the other, to be perfectly honest. It doesn't really matter to me. It was supposed to help people not get wrecked so bad. People still get wrecked. They're going into more of a risk structure, I believe. People will still get wrecked. All right, V-bottom. Are we back in V-bottom environment now that we're near all-time highs? It's very possible. Cold P, you could do exclamation point copier. Should be a little video on it on Sierra chart. Or for Sierra chart. Tested 80, point of control, got close to VWAP. It's honestly a pain to record him, Miz. It's honestly a pain. I was down to do it because I thought that video would be helpful. It's honestly a massive pain though. I don't really enjoy doing it. I actually don't enjoy it at all. But I think it was good for that video for sure. Or like if I was to ever do like a account balance challenge video, like a small account or something, I think that's obviously justified. But beyond that, it's kind of meh. Matt, you didn't look hesitant to me on your 1 hour video yesterday? Yeah. It's freaking firing it in there, man. It wasn't even fired in there Friday. It was fired in there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think. Yeah, my most recent video, chat. It's on the channel. I'll drop a link. There you go. This dropped yesterday. Worth a watch, in my opinion. Okay, we reject point of control. Are we going to get super nasty with it or not? That's the big question, right? Retest 80 again. If sellers are going to hold the line, they're kind of trying to do, then it's interesting, right? If they're not going to hold it, then it is not interesting. I think the big question is just like, do we trade VWAP or not, right? Does point of control hold us or does VWAP hold us? Okay. A little heavy. Not a ton of sellers though. All things considered, not a ton of sellers. Do we rebid 320? Right at that prior low though, which I don't like. Imagine we sweep a low, probably. I think 27 makes sense. Let's see if we sweep 20 or not. Okay, kind of swept it. Put in a little excess. So if I'd gotten in at 20, I would have taken 5 points of drawdown, but I didn't know where to put my stop if I got in at 20. Arbitrary 10 points, maybe. The problem is that, like, if I get in at 20, like, this was all, like, pretty quick movement. Pretty free-fall-y movement. Steve, shut up. I'm not going to be aggro because you're saying for me to be aggro. I'm going to trade the way I trade. There are times to be aggro and there are times to not be aggro. When I'm not certain on what we're doing, I don't want to be aggro. That being said, we got a little divergence here. But candle's closing out right now, so it doesn't make sense. Chat, I get to say it. Y'all don't get to say it. Be nice to Steve. I figured that's what you're doing, which is why I said shut up. Obviously, I don't ever say that to people. I was kind of just trying to poke back. Normal people, I think, that are actually trolling or trying to tilt me, I just don't respond to. I try not to. We're gonna bid it again. I don't know. I'm inclined to think we sweep it, but we just don't have the selling pressure yet. That is like the babiest sweep of all time. I don't love it. Short or long? I'm neither right now. I've tried a long, got stopped out, break even. Tried a short, got stopped out. Fire's looking good. Just don't think we get a retest of the prior open unless it does it on the new candle, which I will hold out and see if it does. But we've got buyers looking pretty good. Feels like we want to float it. Drop in this range a little bit. Think we might stop 27, but we'll see. Oh, we did stop 27. Rip. Rip. Why is it in 480p? Maybe change it to 1440? We tried turning it off and back on again. That would be your internet or your YouTube, slow duck. Because this is the stream. If you go to settings, quality, 1440, 1080, you're stuck on 480. You could technically dip it down a little bit if you're feeling spicy. Down to like 144. But yeah. buyers look good, man. I think I'm down to try this on the new candle open. Untested wick at the overnight lows. Basically exactly where I got short at, just taking long instead. Dude, look at the books. Look at the books, chat. 80 is like our biggest block up here, and it's 26 contracts. It is thin. And I'm not gonna get the fill. Do I still like it is the question. After making a move back up into point of control and not quite getting there. I mean, it's a 30-point slap. A little bit of sellers are expected there. To me, it feels like it still wants to run it, but let's see. Biggest concern is that we just rotate back down to the mid-20s, right? If we're going to end up chopping. Instead, we just hold 50, run it back. Sonny, watch the video I'm gonna link. Just click on that, you can watch all the trades that it took to pass the evals. Every single one. I mean, far away again. Got point of control pretty much balanced in between value area right now. IB is set, but we're in the middle of the range. We're not close to IB right now. We're literally in the middle. I honestly don't even feel like the mullet's really mulleting that hard. I mean, I guess it is if you go sideways, but from the angle that y'all see, it just kind of looks normal. Like a normal cut for the most part. And then it just starts to get a little mullety in the back. Not enough dangle? Yeah, it'll happen soon. Just wait till I get the rat tail right here. A little braid like Anakin Skywalker. Nah, that's a straight up mullet. Okay. You say so. That's all I needed to hear. I mean, this is like literally the same setup I was looking for just a second ago. It just feels wrong to do it up near the highs right now. It feels really wrong to do that point of control VWAP at the highs after a fairly mellow push up. A mullet cam. That's the VWAP still, Matt? I don't think so. It feels slow grindy right now, to be honest. Doesn't feel like we slap VWAP. Here's VWAP. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated by this action. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm frustrated because like you take a peek at it and it doesn't look that bad. I just like missed fills by 3-4 points. Like I missed that. I wanted 24. It stopped at 27 on the long for this whole move. I wanted the wick fill. And it stops here. It doesn't fill me out. Like, I've been trying to get into this move. It just wasn't working. And that annoys me. It just bothers me more than anything. I think I'm going to call it here. I need to, like, take a walk. I also just... Now we're going to be pinned at VWAP and point of control for a while. I don't really want to trade that either, so... I'm going to see what mid-morning, lunch, afternoon looks like, but... I'm done with it right now. Good luck, everybody. Be smart, be patient. We'll see you tomorrow morning for some Friday vibes. I'll be aggro for Steve. Good luck, and watch the video. Peace.
He's sharp as a tack. He's got his eyes on the Nasdaq. Ain't no looking back. He wakes up every morning sipping on that coffee black. Trading numbers on his screen, yeah, he's got that knack. He's got his finger on the pulse, knowing when to buy or sell. He's making moves all day, making his portfolio well. From the open bell to the closing bell, he's ringing that cash register. With every trade he makes, he's getting closer to his treasure. He's a Nasdaq cowboy, riding that market wave. TBM ain't afraid to take risks. He's got money to save. He's catching those highs, dodging them lows, making his name. TBM's the king of the Nasdaq, playing his own game. He's a Nasdaq king of the